All right, Tulsi Kratz, Bernie Kratz, free radicals of all shapes, sizes, colors, denominations, orientations. Hello. I'm Dave, and this is The Radical Independent. Thank you for being here. Thanks for actually watching this channel. Thanks for subscribing, and if you can, we had some primo demonetization yesterday. Each video where I challenge the notion of endless war in the establishment. Every time I do a video like that, it gets demonetized. Quickly. Doesn't take long. Those videos demonetized. Tulsi Gabbard and the Afghan woman. One of the great moments of this campaign, and probably one of the greatest moments I've ever seen in a political campaign, where Tulsi Gabbard, rather than doing slick advertising a la Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, even Bernie Sanders, because, you know, they've got the money rolling in. Well, Biden's got big donors. He doesn't have us individual donors doing all that much for his campaign. But in any event, Tulsi's like, look, real life campaign event here. Let's make it into a video. And it is one of the most heart-wrenching videos that you can watch because you know our foreign policy is evil. You know it's evil. You can feel it. But yet, most of the country doesn't care. It's kind of like death. Okay, you know you're going to die someday, but you don't want to think about it. You just put it off. You don't think about it, whether you're religious or not. That's not the point. It's like we all go through life, I'm going to live forever. It'll be great. You know, you find out what age you're at, and you go, well, I've got another 50 years. Well, I've got another 20 years. 30, 40. If you're Keith Richards, you'll live forever. It doesn't really matter. Well, the reason I say that is because Keith Richards is, man, he should have been dead a long time ago. So, in any event, I'm watching this video, and I'm thinking to myself, how is it that most Americans don't see our problem here? Conditioning. All right? Conditioning. We've all been conditioned to think that war is a good thing, and the United States has to do it. It's a necessary evil. We are the world's policemen. We've heard that we need to be engaged all over the world, according to our old pal who dropped out, Tim Ryan. Well, we need to be engaged. Yeah. Jean-Luc Picard. He was engaged. Or at least he said engage a lot on his TV show. Look, I'm running out of patience for the neoprogs out there that are hating on Tulsi Gabbard because she's not like them. She's better. See, and this is a key component here. This might be a little bit of bad psychology I'm going to throw at you here. But this is a candidate who lives a better life than you. I saw her on some show where they were talking about marijuana legalization. And I gotta love the people that, and I have no problem if you want to smoke pot. Sure, I'm libertarian. You go do it. I've never ingested any smoke. And Tulsi Gabbard got up there, and they said, so what do you think about this, Tulsi? And she said, well, I never partook. And they kind of made her explain it. And she was so uncool at that moment that she hadn't partook, and that she had lived a very clean lifestyle. See, Tulsi Gabbard exercises. Apparently she eats right. Her exercise routine, I think, would pretty much put everybody else on the campaign trail. It would probably put most of them in the hospital. Okay? You're talking to, Potbelly Man here, so I don't. Here's my idea on this. She's living a better lifestyle than I am. She's healthier. She's spiritual. She's got her house in order. I'm not saying she's perfect, but there seems to be an element of, and I've covered this in other videos, there's an element of jealousy and envy. And, oh no, again, I don't want a president that's this perfect, all right? Or I won't say perfect because no human being is perfect. I'm sure Tulsi has plenty of flaws, and she'll probably tell you what they are. However, when you look at her military service, military service environmental activist. Who else stood at Standing Rock? I know there was more to Standing Rock than just the environment. It was a sacred place and so forth. So it took on another element. That's why you had a lot of veterans showing up there. But it was a twofold approach as the Trump administration pushes to do offshore drilling here in Florida. Get all this precious coastline, the tourism industry. And yeah, drill, baby, drill. Hate to be the anti-Sarah Palin here, but no drill, no. Go somewhere else and drill. I'm not against fossil fuels. I just know we have to transition from them. And we have to do it very soon. Very, very soon. In any event here, watching this video, it'll immediately put into perspective what is most important. There's racism, there's sexism, there are all kinds of phobias, there's homophobia, there's Islamophobia, there's also Russia-phobia, by the way. And none of those issues, sorry, I'm going to say this out loud, if people hated me because of my skin color, I would have to get over it. Because our country is at a tipping point when it comes to the way we spend money and what our priorities are, the fact that we are empire, and apparently we have a long-term, I guess, plan to stay empire. And Tulsi Gabbard is the only candidate on the scene today, major political party candidate, who understands that empire is not sustainable. She may not say it that way. She may couch it in different languages, in different words rather, but she may actually use a different language to communicate it. Tulsi Gabbard isn't like the other candidates. She cares about people. She connects with people. She has, I think, a gift that few of these candidates have. The gift of genuineness. The gift of empathy, not at some political level where, oh, I have to kiss a baby. No. Tulsi Gabbard was visibly shaken after this woman spoke. This woman exemplifies why Tulsi Gabbard is here right now at this time. I didn't know much about Tulsi Gabbard until early this year. I just happened on a speech that she gave, and I'm like, who is this woman? She's a Democrat? She's making sense? She's calling for unity? She believes in free speech, and she wants to free Julian Assange? What? Huh? Who is this woman? And immediately I started digging in, and she was the woman who stood up to the DNC in 2016. Now watch Tulsi Gabbard come in here and look at her reaction to this woman. Do you think that's fake? Do you think? Hey, TYT. Do you think? Hey, TYT channel. Hey, anyone who's standing on their soapbox. Do you think this is fake? Do you think it's fake? I'm looking at it and I'm going, no, she looks sincere. See, I know you can't vote on emotion. You can't look at a candidate and go, well, she connects with people. Because Bill Clinton, remember Bill Clinton? Retail politics? He was really good at it. But here's the thing with Clinton. He was just really good at it. He wasn't sincere about it. He was just really good at it. And there's a big difference. I think this is Tulsi's sister over here, by the way. This has been a grassroots, lean, mean campaign. And it's not even, this isn't even a political campaign. This is about humanity. This is just about a human being saying, you know what, we need to change our ways. I want to help change our ways, and there's a political system I have to kind of navigate in order to get there. But this isn't about just, all the policy proposals. They're out there, and they're awesome. They're awesome. Tulsi's got an answer. You got a question, Tulsi Gabbard has an answer. Okay? I remember when Bernie was talking about, letting felons who are incarcerated vote. And there are a few people who were like, yeah, I'm totally progressive. I'm down with that. And then I'm thinking to myself, what? Why? They're serving jail time. And then, the rationale came down that depends on what they're serving time for and so forth. I'm just like, you know what? Can we just get the people who are out and about voting? And I'm not saying in some circumstances felons, especially when they've served their time, should be able to vote. I don't think that's an issue, by the way, that's going to go down very well in the general election. And I said that. And I got, of course, hammered. I didn't understand. Bernie is trying to make the disenfranchised less disenfranchised. And I'm like, okay. Well, I think we got bigger fish to fry. And I think felons should serve their time. When they get out, they should be allowed to vote. Here in Florida, they passed a bill, even though people are kind of reneging on that, throwing all kinds of fees at these people, trying to soak them, instead of just saying, hey, if they're probably not doing well since they got out of jail. So don't try to extract money from them, but hey, this is politics around the country. That's why you have to act locally. You can't just act nationally and expect everything to fix itself. So people look at this moment and they just go, oh, that's nice. Tulsi has a heart. Tulsi has a heart, she has a soul, and she has a brain. Okay? Her ideas go right along. By the way, does this look like a woman who is just like paying lip service to this other woman? Back this up just a little bit. I mean, this is amazing. This is amazing that Tulsi Gabbard is connecting with a stranger who gave a really good speech, but she's connecting at a level that few of us probably walk around on our daily whatever we do. We don't connect with people like this. Is that important? I mean, isn't it policy that matters the most? Yes. Yes, one of the reasons I decided to try the Trump thing was policy. However, I was partly wrong. Because it can't just be about policy. It has to be policy and the ability to relate to people, connect to people, sympathize, empathize, because that way you'll create better policy based on what people are telling you. See, this is what democracy looks like. To use an overused phrase. Tulsi Gabbard could be our glorious future. Or we could embark on our next chapter, which could be a civil war. Because the tribalists, let me just be, and I'm going to wrap this up. Both the Bernie supporters and the Trump supporters have commonality. Their supporters are both very angry. And some of their anger is correct. But if that anger is allowed to blossom and grow and flourish, eventually it's going to lead us to a place that we don't want to be. It's why I say when a so-called neo-prog goes on a video and tells people to burn the system down or tweets it out or something. Burn what down again? Didn't we have Baltimore already? Do we want people to die? Is that what you're saying? That people have to die in order for the system to change and people to notice? Because that hasn't worked before. I mean, in the late 1960s, there was a lot of civil unrest, and I don't remember the system being changed overnight. I remember Richard Nixon was the president. So that didn't work out so well. What you need to do is change the hearts and minds of people. Tulsi Gabbard has a gift. So the gift and the policy combined is better than just the policy, Bernie Sanders. It's better than just having a gift, Bill Clinton. Tulsi Gabbard is everything you need in a presidential candidate. And the establishment is so afraid of her that all they know how to do with her is smear. Smear and more smears and, calling her a Russian agent, a Russian asset. Where do you come up with this stuff? Tom Clancy books? I mean, what gives people the idea that you can just do this without impunity, without a lawsuit? It's slander. It's pure, unadulterated slander. This channel will continue, but my heart is almost torn between just the injustice that is our political process. It's torn between that and the idea that we still need to get Donald Trump out of there. Because the country needs to heal. I want the neo-libs and neo-progs to go away. I want them to go away for a while. Because they're not helping discourse in this country. They don't understand that not everybody thinks exactly like they do. Okay? And in the end, we've got to come to terms with our disagreements and learn how to live with one another. And that's what Tulsi Gabbard can do for this country. This isn't just about, I like Tulsi Gabbard because she's physically attractive, or she's well-spoken, or her resume, which is unprecedented. Very few political candidates can run for office with her resume. With her record, her legislative record. What she supports. Right? This is somebody who was born for this, who probably didn't know they were born for this, which tells me she's the right person. Because she doesn't think all that much of herself. She thinks more of others. Hence the whole service before self. That's not a gimmick. So for those of you who don't understand aloha, and you're thinking violence of some kind is the only way to fix this problem, I will not unite with you. I will not link arms with you and say, yeah, let's do this. Nope. I have a 5-year-old boy. I have a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old boy here at home with me. And I want them to have a future. And if we continue to blow things up in the name of progress, my kids, other people's kids and grandchildren, they're going to be affected for their entire life. Because they're going to, this is all they're going to know. This is all they're going to know. And if that's our political future, then we have no future as a country. We're just going to be a once, I guess, good country that became a banana republic country. And we're going to balkanize and fragment, and there's going to be nothing left of what we once were. And we're not going to see the good in other people. We're always going to be suspicious of anything and everything that people are saying. My life means more to me than that. And the lives of my kids and my wife and my friends and other family members, this is why I do this channel. So, in any event, Tulsi Gabbard isn't your run-of-the-mill candidate. And it's shocking how little coverage she's receiving, considering her merits and her love for humanity. And this particular clip here, she's passionate and she loves people. And I don't understand why so few of us in this country see that. Alright, I'm done, people. There are some days where I just want to be done, period, with this channel. Because I don't want to fight hatred. I don't want to talk about people who are advocating violence because that's the only way. Because that's not the only way. Ask Martin Luther King. Ask Gandhi, okay? That's not the way. Ask Jesus. Blessed are the peacemakers. All right? Pretty simple. All right, folks. I'll be back soon.